Hey, 7K team. Okay, we've got our enhanced comp plan going, and today we're going to go through uh, how you find things, how you see it, what you do, how it works, a little bit more detail, so everyone kind of really understands it. But to start it off, I want to say for those of you that are just really getting engaged to build your business. It doesn't matter if you've been around for a while, but you're really getting engaged. This is going to allow you the opportunity to rank up and make more money a lot easier than it was before for you. And if you're building it right, you, as far as I'm concerned, and I've said this from day one at the convention when this was rolled out, uh, this will be the comp plan that allows more people in network marketing ever to get to a six-figure income. So I think we're going to have, in fact, I know we will, but more people making a six-figure income than any other network marketing company. Because at the bronze, you only need three on your left, three on your right, personally sponsored, and you only need two growth factor sales in your five generational levels, active generational levels of your personal enrollment group. And then we're going to call it PEG, the PEG, okay? And growth factor is GF, growth factor. Growth factor is the new sales. And we're going to talk about that today, that so you really understand it. And uh, that's all you need in a 28-day period. So a rolling 4-week period. So what's a rolling 4-week period mean? And we're going to go through those definitions and those terms today, and so that they become more fully understandable as you develop and see your business and understand how to make the most money out of your compensation plan as you can. Uh, as you adjust your auto savers in your group so that they balance out on the weeks and where to find things. That where to find things. And so that's what we're going to. So we're going to jump right into it. Uh, and but doing that, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to open up mine. It now it yeah, I've been in for a longer time, so it has a little bit more information. So I'm going to first put the one-page comp plan up on the screen, and the reason that we want to do this is we always need to have it on our side beside us, and we're going to look at this right here, this chart right here. So in the beginning, you know, you just need, you're a customer, and so as a customer, you can't earn anything until you actually share this. This is a referral based comp plan. So we're like the Costco of gold and silver, and we're sharing that information with people just like we would a good movie that we saw or a good restaurant that we ate at or whatever, except now you can get remunerated for it. And with the instant gold pay, you can earn instant gold deposited right into your account, either $80, $40, or 20, depending on which membership they join with. The Legacy VIP, you get 80. With the VIP annual renewal membership, you get $40 gold deposit in your account. And with the basic preferred, I call it preferred customer, really restricted account, and you must buy an autosaver every month in that plan. That 149, that's 20 points, and you get $20 worth of gold in deposit in your account if they get that membership. So 80, 40, 20 of gold, instant gold pay when they get a membership. So if you don't want, a person doesn't want to participate in the plan, but they can refer and still earn gold, that's pretty powerful. So let's just look at the associate. We get one on your left, one on your right. What kind of growth factor you have in those five generational active levels of personal enrollment uh, group, the PEG. You don't have to have any. Now you're going to have points, so you have to have something going on sometime. So, but you can earn up to $500. Now, you get enrollment points in those first 5 levels, okay? So anyone placed in those first 5 levels, when they enroll, it's gonna roll up to you too if it's in your personal enrollment group, the PEG. Okay, and I'm gonna explain that. So that's $500 that you can earn. So now autosavers, and that's what I've always taught from day one, what you're in this is for the long term, teaching people about gold and silver, teaching about where to get it, and learning about it, and having a place that they can incrementally buy gold and silver, $10 a day, $1 a month, or whatever, uh, and get it at member direct pricing. They don't have to buy 100 ounces or 1,000 ounces. They get it at dealer direct cost. And so even when we didn't have sound money, we were ordering bullion, putting it with our auto saver, and not making the $1.2 million mistake. Okay. Now I say that because, see, we got a brand new video on a $1.2 million mistake. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. We got a brand new video on our 2024 wealth strategies presentation. It's 23 minutes. And if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. We're going to talk about that today. So now, with time, and you get 2 people you personally referred that are active on your left and right team, you have 1 growth factor sale, 1 new sale that occurs in these 5 levels of your personal enrollment group, that PEG, in a 28-day period, then you can earn up to $1,000. So if you got that volume, you can earn it. Okay. So kind of think long term. Let's go out where you got 25 people on the left team, 25 people on the right team. You've only got, 1 that you personally sponsored on left and right. That's good. That's fine. But 25 people and 25 people buying an autosaver every month at 20 points is 500 points rolling up, coming up to your computer. So it could be 40 levels down, 100 levels down. That doesn't matter. Okay, so auto savers, coin drops, any coins with points, health protect, all those points that post anywhere down there on your left team and right team will all come up to your counter. So keep that in mind, because that's the long play. Okay, and that's what you're after, the long play. Well, that'll be 500 points coming up. Well, that's $500 every month. Now they're paying $250 increments for you, so they do that 250 fast check. So, but when you get 50 people on each side of your left team and right team, you don't have to get them. Somebody can place them under you. People who enroll people, that they're not necessarily in your 5 personal enrollment group, that PEG. They're just somewhere in your left team and somewhere in your right team. 50 times 20, that's 1,000 points. Well, you'll want to be, if you have 1,000 points, then you want to be able to get, well, if they pay every week. So if you don't have any growth factor sales, well, you can earn up to $500. So if part of it comes up, you either get a $250 check every week, that's still 1,000, or you get a $500 check and a $500 check, or a $500 check and a $250 and a $250. That's okay. But you had to have no growth factor sales. So I want you to understand this part real clear. Okay. Now, later with time, when you end up with 100 people over there on the left and right team, and that's 100 times 20, that would be that'd be 2,000 points. Well, that's enough with 4 weeks, divide by 4. That'd be enough for 500 every week, because we know we don't buy the autosaver on the same day. We buy it on the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 21st, or the 26th. So you got people buying at different dates during that on your left and right team. So that's what we're all shooting for. But we can't get there unless we're sharing the message every day. My job description, 5 contact, 5 touches every day. And you continue that. If it's in your pipeline or new, either way, you need to be doing this. This is critical. Otherwise, we're just a member. Otherwise, we're just a customer. Now, things are happening, maybe with other people, maybe not. But what you want to do is a force of making things happen so it can happen for you and happen for others. Okay, so now I'm going to, kind of hone in on this one that's 3 for the 2000 level, because see, before you had to have to be to be a bronze, you had to have an associate on a copper on your left and a copper on your right. You personally enrolled, and that copper had to have an associate on their left and an associate on their right that they personally enrolled, and another active. And you had to have, as a bronze, not only the copper, but you had to have 2 more actives you personally enrolled left there. That was a little difficult for somebody to sustain it, keep it, and then going, here, you just need to have 3 personals, left and right. And that's going to be so much more simpler. And then you have to have your 2 growth factor, 2 sales that occur in these 5 personal enrollment group people. And I'm going to show you how you find them so you know who to work with, who to hone in with. Okay. And of course, when you get somebody new, they're in your first enrollment group. Okay. They're on your level 1. And that counts as a sale for you. That counts as a growth factor when you enroll someone new for you, either on your left or whichever side you place them on. Okay. So kind of look at this chart, and what we want to do is focus on our levels, based on your volume. So look at your volume that you have coming in. That's all you need to focus on. You don't need to be focusing on any of this stuff above you right now. What you want to do is stair step with time and exponentiate, or let that grow. And so what you want to focus on is what volume you have. What volume you have is how you get paid. And that's what's the important thing. Okay. So if you've got, 300 in volume that's kind of coming up this week, or maybe 400 next week, well, that you're focused in here. So what growth factor sales do you need? None. But if you want to make more money, you want to get them. Okay. Because you get posted more points for that. Just like if you, or anyone in your first 5 active growth personal enrollment group, when they enroll someone, you get those points too, and you'll be able to make money. Okay, so enough with this. Now, how do you get your new ranks? Well, it's real simple. In this growth factor is a rolling 28-day period. So you no longer have to have the associate on left and associate on right to be a copper and the extra personal, or you got to have a silver on your left and a silver on your right that you're personally sponsored, and 4 other personals on each side to become a gold. No. So what do you need to do to become a gold? Well, you need to be able to earn $15,000 in a 28 period. When you do that, you're gold. Okay. So how do you become a gold when the most you could make is $7,000 a week? Well, if you're just a silver and you can only make 3,500 a week, how do you make that 15,000? Okay. Well, you say if you're maxing it out, you can't. Well, no, that's not it. Believe me, if you meet these requirements right here, and you have, let's say, 8 personals left, 8 personals right, you've got 10 growth factor sales left and right, and you've got 7,000 in volume, you're going to get paid $7,000. See, that is another nuance of this. So you're going to get paid according to the scale. Oh, and so now you might make one $7,000 check on the first, and you might make a $5,000 check or a $3,000 check or whatever, 3,500 check or 2,000. But when they add up to 15,000 in a 4-week rolling period, any 4 weeks, accumulate 15,000, you're a goal. Well, how do you become an associate? Well, when you make a total of $500. But when you get paid, you got one on your left and right, you're already legally an associate because you signed the associate agreement and you signed the verification, put in your tax ID. But how do you get the rank of associate? When you total $500 in a 4-week period. So that could be two $250 checks, one $500 check in a 4-week period. You're an associate. So this is for all our new people. Okay. You are where you're at right now. Okay. But all our new people. Okay. So copper, how do you become a copper? No, well, you don't need an associate on left and associate. You need 2 personals on your left, 2 personals on your right, and you need to have made $1,000 in commission in a 4-week period, in a 28-day period, a consecutive 4-week period. So that could be 2 $500 checks. It could be a $500 check and two $250 checks. Oh, okay. Either any of that, any combination. And so that's how you, and so forth and so on with each of the ranks. So again, we want to focus on your volume today. So I'm going to go to my account and show you where we find these things now. And we're going to share my screen one more. We're going to go and like log into our account. Okay. And we go to 7K Metals. I'm going to log into my account. And when you log in, you go to your dashboard. Okay. Now I'm a goal. Okay. And it'll tell you basically what it's at, where your volume is. But what you really want to do is click on View Details or Business Hub, because View Details will take you to your Business Hub. Okay, you're going to get to see a summary. Okay, and it's going to give you your total points on your left team, your total points on your right team. It's going to tell you how many people you've got personally active that you personally sponsored on your left team and how many people you personally sponsored on your right team. So remember that chart. Okay. I've personally sponsored 10. I've personally sponsored 10 on each side. Remember the one page. Okay. That could get you to that executive, but if I want to get paid that $10,000, then I need to have 20 growth factor sales on each side. Well, right now I've got 13 growth factor sales on the left side and 14. Now, that occurred in my first 5 levels, active 5 levels of my personal sponsor. I sponsored someone who sponsored someone who sponsored someone who sponsored someone who sponsored someone. And so how do we find that? Well, number one, I'm going to share with you that before we go to the Downline Explorer, I'm going to share you click on Growth Factor, and it's going to tell you exactly which level that person, those points came up, who it was, what date they enrolled on, what their name was, what their username, and it's going to show you like the one I did yesterday. I helped that person get enrolled with another person that's in my group, and I did that enrollment with them for them. Okay. So I know Dale, talked with him personally, helped him through the enrollment process, and then his sponsor placed him. But I got credit for that too. Okay, so it'll tell you that. So that's where you find them. You want to keep up with that. Now, notice I'm going to share something else with you. At the end of this pay week, which is today, June 14th, if we pull up our calendar and you look at June, it's a whole month, the weeks, and you're going to see that on June 14th, the 15th, that pay week ends. So let's count back. Let's count back 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. And now what's going to happen is the beginning of next pay week, June 16th, that starts the 4th pay week again. So we're going to know what we need again in terms of growth factor. These sales will drop off the pay week of May 20th. Okay, the pay week of May 19th through 25. So any sales from May 19th to May 25, so those two are going to go away. And so my growth factor will change to start off the new week from 13, it'll be 11. Well, I still got the 10 I need, but if I want to get to the 20, I need 9 more that next week. So it'll tell you what you need at your different levels for the volume you have to get paid on that volume. And you just look at those charts, okay? So also, some people say, well, where do points go with our autosavers? Well, they're right here. You just click on points, and then it'll tell you how many people are ordering an autosaver on the 1st, how many points are going to come up on the 1st for you in that site, how many people are going to order it on the 8th. That's where they got their autosaver set right now, and how many points are going to come up on your site. And this is in your left team. I'm looking at the left team right now, and it tells left team. So this is my left team. And so that's the points that's coming up each week. So notice I got enough points coming up to get that $12,500 check. If on my other side, my pay side, I get those same points and I get the growth factor sale. Okay, so it's also going to tell you what your expected check is. And so if your expected check is less than, see, mine is less than my volume, okay, and why? It's because it needs 20 growth factor and 20 growth factor here. Okay, so that's really the controlling factor, where you look, where you find things. You can also see all your active members. It'll tell you all your people you sponsored, what they're at. You can just, it's really click it. You don't even have to go to Downline Explorer. You can see those that are in the personal active. You don't have to go and look at new enrollments. It's right here on this page. You just click on these links underneath the numbers and you'll get the information. So now let's go to the Downline Explorer and get a little bit more information. And then I'm going to talk about that personal enrollment group, that PEG, and those 5 levels, and the fact that membership, new membership, the points just post up 5 levels. They don't post up like they used to do. So, you got to give something to get something. So to make this easier to rank up and get to those long-term incomes and not have to keep bronzes and silvers and golds to get to these levels, which is progressively harder to do with time. Okay, now we just need the new plan, the number of actives on the left, number of growth factor sales in your first 5 generational levels. Okay, so let's look at when you look at both, and it tells you basically your organization. But we're going to look at that personal enrollment group. Okay, so we'll look at on the question here. Now you've got to have a premium account, so you got to have a premium account to see all of these things. But all accounts, you can see your personal enrollment. Who is my personal enrollment group? And so you just put that down there, and it'll tell you on your personal enrollment group how many people are participating in your personal enrollment group. So uh, let's just do right side, okay? And let's uh, let's look at only actives. Now, I like both because I like to work with both, okay? But let's just right now only look at your actives in your personal enrollment group, okay? And so there's 627 people, and all they need to do is get a sale in a month, and that counts as a growth factor. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to hone in on these people. If you need growth factor sales and you want to hone in and work with them, help them get a growth factor sale. But I want to show you something else real quick. And as we're looking at things, I want to look at the other side too, kind of show you both sides real quick. And what we need to look at. And let's just look, you're going to see the person's growth factor sales that they have left and right. And you're going to know real quick if they're an associate or not, because they got to have an active left and active right to make a check. So we all know Woodrow's been a long term, been with me from day one. So has George. And so you look and you say, okay, he's got one active here, two actives there. Okay, it's no problem. He doesn't have a growth factor sale. He's going to get his check. Remember the chart. So just because you see a lot of people without growth factor sales, that doesn't mean anything. That just means that they've been normally getting a $250 or $500 check. To get $1,000 check, you need a growth factor sale. Okay. And so people with growth factor sales, that is where you're going to need to have a growth factor sale on both sides of you to get a check. So I could look too on my right side, okay, which is, and I'm only looking at actives. I'm not looking at any actives, because we make a sale with an inactive, they become active, okay? And so you look at that and you start looking down, and you'll start finding, it goes by order. And so they don't have it kind of like rank or prioritize. So if I can go down and find, let's just somewhere down around here. I can probably find Wayne. He's down in here. So he's down further because he joined many years later when I was doing the business and already had an established business. Well, I know he's up here above this because there's Mark Mathern, and I just scroll past it. But what I was trying to do is just show you growth factor sales, and that you have to have growth factor sales for a person like Daniela Taylor. Okay, they got left points 400, left points 400. Well, until they get an active left and an active right, they won't be able to get a check. We all know that. That's always been the same. None of that changes. Okay. Well, when they get an active left, that means they personally sponsored them. They're going to have a growth factor here. One. And when they get an active here, they're going to have a growth factor 1. Okay. So they have growth factor 1, growth factor, and that will last for 4 weeks. It keeps going until it becomes the 5th week, then that falls off. And depending on their volume, so you know what you need every week to make your check if you got more than 500 points. Okay, that's the key. If you got more than 500 points. Okay, so what we concentrate on what's important, get your sales rolling, get your volume moving, get your organization growing like we always have. That's where we need to be focusing on. We need to be focusing on that job description that I talk about. Also, if you'll notice, who is in my personal enrollment group, you can also find who makes up my current growth factor. Okay, and you can click on who makes up my current growth factor. Now, that's the 14 I have on my right side. So you have that list, the shortcut that I showed you on the Business Hub. You can just click there and you see the list. But if you want to know a little bit more information, who sponsored them, you'd click on it to get more detail. You'd see what membership they have. Well, they tell us that in that list on the Business Hub too. But you'll also know who their sponsor was. You'll know what level they are in your personal enrollment group. So, for example, Japet was on my 4th personal enrollment group level. So I got the points for him. Okay. People placed on your 4th, if they're new and they're placed and they're there, what people do on your 5th, in other words, when they enroll someone, that goes to the 6th level. That you don't get points when they enroll someone. You don't get growth factor when they enroll someone. Okay. It doesn't come up. Those only post up 5 levels. Okay. So you look and you can see all 14 people, and you can click and get whatever information you need, or 20 or 30 if you're president, or 40 if you're a presidential goal. Because remember the chart, you need 40 and 40 growth factors to get up to that 12,500 a week under the new plan. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick. I'm going to go back to that 1-page comp plan again. So we kind of summarize again. This is your control chart. All I want you to focus at is where you're at and what gets you to your next level. That's all you need to focus at. Focus on where you're at and what it takes to get to your next level. That's all you need to do. And in the meantime, what we're doing is we're doing our job description. What's our job description? This is what we do every day. This is what we do every day. And this is how we build a business. The simple job description that I give each and every person that we do in this business. We're contacting 5 people a day. We're sending some of the new videos. And now I'm going to go back. This is what's so important right here. If we're not doing this, we're not engaged in the business. If we're not sending somebody in that personal enrollment group the new $1.2 million mistake, we're not following up, making sure they watch that very short few minutes video. We're not sending them the go instant pay, little less than 2-minute video, and following up, making sure they say, we're not sending them a brand new 2024 wealth strategies video that's 23 minutes long. If we're not doing this, every day, they can never find out about what we got, what they have in their hands. I'm talking about people in your group and new people. So we want to be sharing with new people. That's the most important thing. But make sure you are doing your job description. It is an income producing activity. Okay. Keeping people informed, making sure they've seen this, making sure they know where it's at. Okay. So uh, that's what's so very important. So I'm going to go back from here. I'm flipping back and forth because I got to share my screen on different things here today and get all this information out to you as fast as I can, and then do our Q&A session with this. I am going to close this, and then I'm going to go to resources. I want to go, first of all, I want to go to resources because I want to share with you where your new video is. Now, of course, I got it posted on our Team Band apps, okay, whichever team you're on. And here's that brand new Wealth Strategies video. If you haven't seen it, your job is to watch it today. And your job is probably going to, because all the GoPay video, the new one, is inside this video. The new $1.2 million mistake is inside this video. This is probably one of the best videos I've seen since we've been in this business. It is, actually it is. And it's 23 minutes, but it's from A to Z. It really is an executive summary of 7K metals and what we do. Okay. And so you can play it right from your back office. You can also click on the share link right here, and you can copy and paste that link, and you can send it. You can share it through FaceTime, X, Instagram, through email, various ways you can share it. And so do your job description every day. That's the key, is do your job description. You got your work list, you got your pipeline that you've been working on, people you've been talking to that's not here, just update them. And we got a lot of great new, short, quick videos to send them some information, just to, give you a little information about inflation, give you a dollar update, gold update, silver update, whatever. Just send them. Hey, it's just a couple of minutes. You'll love the information. And then follow up and say what you like best about what you saw. What you like best about what you saw. Okay. And you can download the PDFs, the PowerPoints, Keynote, whatever one. And they also have it in Spanish and German. Okay. It's right there in resources in your website. Okay. Now, the other thing that I want to do is make sure you go to your member benefits. And if y'all haven't done this, you want to do it because, in particular, you need to show your new people, the tutorial there. It's right there, how you set up your accounts. And if they can't set it up on their own, then you tell them, hey, get back with me, call support during business hours. Okay. They can always call support, help them. And if that doesn't work, they can call you. Okay. And because if you've got your account set up, you've kind of done it, but get them to watch the tutorial first, then to set up their 7K Advantage. Same thing with their stack and sell. Same thing with their sound money. And it's very important they set up their sound money because you're going to have gold deposited into it from the instant gold pay. Okay. And the way I kind of want to, and then go through each one of the benefits here. The way I kind of want to end this is make sure at the FAQs down here, you can reference it because it's got screenshots even to the enrollment process. And to make enrollment easier, if you're trying to enroll, you're sending somebody your link, the best thing is have a conversation and you go to your business hub, okay? And in your business hub, you prepare let's see, they only last for 24, 20. So mine's already come off. I had one in there and I was hoping that it'd still be there, but it only stays in for 24 hours. Okay. So you can prepare a new enrollment link. If you know the name of the person and their email, and then you go through and pre-fill out everything, and then it's sent a link to them, and then they just click on that link and they finish up the enrollment process. And you know, as an individual or a corporation, but most people as an individual, and then they fill in their pay and they check off the agreement that they agree to things, and they put in their username and their password. They got to do that first, of course, and then they make the purchase, and then they log into their account, and then you help them with their autosaver, changing the date and showing them how to do that, how to change date, how to remove it if they don't want an autosaver, which is unfortunate. But and then you've got to send them the things after the main first three things you send a person when they join, the things that I share with you that you send, how your autosaver is actually below cost or free, uh, and how your taxes help pay for your autosavers that you would have paid, and the Courtney Ebbs 15-minute video about you'd be brain dead if you're not in a home-based business, and what better one than gold and silver to accumulate assets. And then the one that people's stories matter, and those three videos that I tell you to send immediately to that new person. Okay, that's just joined your team. So the next thing that we want that I want to do in uh, before we kind of wrap this up is uh, going to oh, I gotta stop sharing. That's what I gotta do. Okay, then I gotta share my screen here, and since I I talk about income and how we make money, and I did do that. Uh, I I want to talk about that power of four real quickly. Is where you sponsor someone to your left, someone to your right, okay, and uh, you with the 599, and and you get 150 points on each side. That's commission points. But you also get $80 in instant gold pay. That's $160 in gold. You sponsor another person and left and right. That'd be two you personally sponsored left and right. Well, now you've earned a $250 check. Your 50 points roll over, uh, and you've got another $160 in gold. So it's $320 in instant gold pay, a $250 check. That's $570. And you got enough loyalty points. You get an ounce of silver. So you get 600. Got all your money back in 1 week. What if it took you a whole month to do this? What if it took your person that you're looking? So know how to explain that. And I have a little quick video on how the comp plan works. We're going to have some more little quick videos that demonstrate these things, and they're coming for tools for you. And uh, uh, it's going to be kind of a real simple format for people who have the desire to do, desire to change, desire to learn. We're going to provide the tools and the ability to do that. And uh, of course, as I always have to end uh, every presentation I do, and when we talk about uh, the ability to make referral income, we encourage people. We want people to read the latest and current income disclosure statement. We have them available on the site. We have links to it. We have this one. I want you to look at it. I'm going to have a link on the YouTube here for the later one than this that you people can look at. But people are making these incomes. And this is the average, low, median. And if you want to make extra income, you want to learn how, you want to accumulate wealth, then there's no better place to do it than our team with 7K. And so get back with the person that shared you this. If you hadn't made up your mind to join, just tell them, hey, I'm ready to grab a membership and let's get going. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Uh, if you're seeing this with a person that invited you here, then you just got some really good training on what we do, how we do it, and 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 with our brand new enhanced 2024 referral compensation plan. Thank you, and have just a blessed day. Uh, uh, and a blessed weekend. Um, mm, Trying to find how to stop my recording.